Okay, the consonants. The consonants are sounds which can only sound with a vowel sound. Okay, and this is what consonant means. Latin consonare means to sound with. So how do we classify them? And we classify them according to three pieces of information. The first being the place of articulation, which means where is your this or that consonant produced in your mouth. The second is the voicing, whether you switch on your vocal cords or don't when you pronounce it. So that would be the difference between s, for example, no vocal cords, z, switched on. And the third being the manner of articulation, which means how is your vocal cord obstructed? Is it obstructed completely? Is it and explodes then, or only slightly so that the air is in a way forced through s or z or f or something like that? We come to that. Let's start with the first, okay, place of articulation. And here we go, the place, which means where in your mouth. And if you look at that, I mean, this is more or less the interior of your vocal tract, what you see here. The different organs or the different places you need for articulating a sound. Of course, the most important organ, the tongue, but also the lips, all right? P, for example. The nasal cavity, whether you say o or on, makes a big difference. One, the air is forced through your nose. You have your teeth, which play an important role, particularly in English, what sounds like a v or th. Okay, very much. You need your teeth there. Then the alveolar ridge, which is the thing just behind your teeth. There. Okay, when you put your tongue there, it's something like t is produced, for example. Okay. Then you need the velum. Okay, the velum is the thing very much back in your throat. Very much back. The soft palate, we call it. So you have a palate here, which is hard, and the soft palate, the further back you go, I mean, makes you puke. Don't do that. But this thing you need for a sound, something like, I don't know, k, for example. That would be the difference between k and something like, I don't know, sh, for example, where it is the hard palate. You will see that. I mean, I would explain the different places of articulation in due time when they arrive for the individual sound. But first of all, there you have a broad idea what it is like. Okay. The third, the manner of articulation. More or less four are very important in English. There are others, semi-vowels and something like that, or in other languages, but we'll come to those. These are the main ones in English. The main manners of articulation, whether it is a plosive, whether the sound explodes, as in Peter. You see two plosive, p and t, Peter. The air is, leaves your mouth in an explosive manner, okay? Then affricates, affricates would be something like ch and j. Only these two exist in English in a word like change, okay? There are two affricates, one in front and one at the end of the word, change, okay? Ch, j, okay, these two. Fricatives, very important, when the air is forced through and you have something like a friction, okay? F and s and you don't have in English, not so much, but something like this. So vice, for example, you have two fricatives, v and s, vice, okay? The air is forced through something like an obstruction here. And then you have the nasals. Okay, the nasals where the air does not leave your mouth but your nose. Mouth is closed. Okay, but the air goes through your nose. So this would be the four main manners of articulation. There are others. I will refer to them in passing. Okay. The third, the voice. Okay, whether it is voiced or voiceless. So voiceless, we denominate, or we show voiceless consonants by having this V minus, which means no voice, okay? V plus, of course, means voice. And this will be the difference between pack, okay? Pack, p, k, no voice, no vocal cords, but do b, and and g. And then you see you switch on your vocal cords. This would be the difference between pack and bag. Okay? Bag, the two consonants voiced, and in pack, the two consonants voiceless. Okay? Here we go. And this is true for s and z, for example. Just, I mean, you can always test it. I mean, you can always put two fingers, yeah, on your larynx. Larynx is this ugly thing which men have, this sort of protrusion here in your throat. Very ugly thing. Yeah. But anyway, we have it. Men have it because our vocal cords are longer than those of women, and therefore it is protruding. Okay, so but do s and z, and when you feel a vibration, of course, you realize it is voiced. If it doesn't vibrate, it's voiceless. No vibration there. Okay. So this is the introduction, and then there you have, this could be your most beloved chart, okay, the consonant chart. And there you see two axes, and one being on the left-hand side is the place of articulation, and you have the manner, okay, on, if you like, the Y axis, okay, manner, and there you see plosives, affricate, fricatives, nasals. These are the main ones. There are laterals, semivowels. I come to those, okay, but there you see, and then they usually come in often, well, most of them come in pairs, okay. If you look at the first corner, left-hand corner up there, yeah, you see p and b, and one is voiceless and the other being voiced. So p, look at this chart, would be the voiceless bilabial plosive. All right, so three pieces of information you need. The voiceless bilabial plosive. B would then be the voiced bilabial plosive. Or take any sounds. Yeah, take any sounds. Take the fricatives. Yeah, for example, would be, yeah, this symbol. Okay, would be the interdental fricative, and then the voiceless interdental fricative. All right, so this is, yes, this could be your most beloved chart. We need that quite a lot. This is how you classify consonants. Okay, all right. Let's start with the plosives. And here we go. Okay, plosives, air exploding, and these are the plosives. Okay, three kinds, always in a voiced and voiceless variety. So p and b, t and d, k and g. All right, these are the sounds. And never refer to them. Please don't refer to them as letters. Not letters. That's not a p. It's a p, if you like, or it's a bilabial voiceless plosive. But please no p or no b or no t or something like that. That's letters. We are talking sounds here. All right. So bilabial means two lips put together. P. Okay. Bilabial, and this is p and b. Okay, two lips put together. For alveolar, put your tongue just behind your teeth. Yeah, the alveolar, t and d. All right, and velar would be tongue up, high, very much in the back of your throat. Okay, the velum, velar, k and g. Okay, so these are the plosives. Let's start with p and b. I've told that, but with the bilabial, voiced and voiceless plosives, and usually, I mean, they don't produce much of a problem for most speakers, since they exist in most languages. Okay, in words like, I mean, usually spelled with a p. Okay, in words like, I don't know, people, pan or cup. Okay, some of this. The same with B, B spelling, representing the bilabial voice plosive in a word like beer, okay, American English beer, okay, or bob, American English bab, so I have two of them, rubber, 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 American English rubber, okay, so for that, so yeah, but of course. Okay, you have t and d. Now I made the mistake, okay? It's not, well, it's t and d, it's not t and d, so you can say t and d. The alveolar plosives, yeah? The alveolar plosives, t and d, okay? D, make it fat, yeah, t and d. alveolar plosives, which means your tongue tip just hits the alveolar and then you let it explode. Okay, usually spelled with a T or D, so you have time, for example, you have better. American English, you have better. We come to that later, okay? Between two vowels, no t in American English. I mean, we remember that, but we come to that. So you have let, okay? And then the d, so in something like dead, yeah, a cold, American English cold, okay? Or in the middle between two vowels, riding, okay? Something like that. Okay, good. And then you have the velar plosives, k and g, tongue, up your vellum, okay, and are also spelled usually with a k and g, so cake, well, got two of them, care, American English care, okay, making, okay, between two vowel sounds. The same is with g, go, go, Google, two of them, gag, okay, gag, all right, okay. The thing is, one thing you have to know, I mean, voiceless plosives carry a lot more voice in English than in German. I mean, just compare. This is something you won't find in any book, I have to tell you. Okay, just compare English God and German Gott. The G is almost voiceless in German. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, God. Make it very voiced, very fat, yeah? Okay. There is a mistake, by the way. It must read, it should read, the voiced plosives carry more voice in English than in German. Please, the voiced plosive. Voiceless plosive doesn't make any sense. I just wanted to test you. Just wanted to test you. You noticed, realized. Mistake, okay, which I made on purpose, of course. All right, God and Gott, okay, or ball, English, and Ball, German. Yeah? Where's the ball, ball? In English, in German, Ball, almost voiceless. So this is what I wanted to say is, if you produce voiced plosives in English, they are very, 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 very extensively voiced. Very intense. B and G and D. A lot more than is the case in German. Okay? Good. And there is aspiration. Very briefly, yeah, aspiration, which means voiceless plosives carry aspiration. P, t, k. There is a h after that, yeah. You don't say pen, you say pen. You say ten, you say can. Yeah, and this is very English. And they overdo it. You have that in German. So in German, we don't have a problem. You have it in any Germanic languages, but you don't have it in Romance languages. Okay? In Romance languages, no aspiration. And that's the big difference. And this is what speakers of Romance languages have to learn when they learn English. Yeah? That's the difference between, listen to that, Paris, Paris. Okay? Paris, almost no aspiration, no p. Okay? In French, Paris. Okay? So, yes, a Frenchman, or I don't know, somebody from Italy or Spain, they would say something like people. No, it's people. Yeah, people. I'm exaggerating. No, you can't exaggerate. People. Okay? Not people. By the way, this is a sign of Indian accent. Yeah? An Indian accent, they don't aspirate in Indian English. They would say the people. Yeah? Okay? It's not a b. It's not voice. It's just an unaspirated p. And in order to test aspiration, just let me say that. Yeah? Let me say whether it works. I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah? So p. No aspiration. P. People. Paris. And then it goes away. Yeah? Okay. How this test with your pupils or your students or whatever you like. So, yes, aspiration, and that's the thing, no aspiration when sp, st, sk. Yeah? So it's speak, stand, sky, stay, spoil. No aspiration there. That's the only exception. Yeah? So you don't say spoil, you don't say speak, you don't say stay, you say stay, sky, speak, stand, spoil. Okay? No aspiration when an s is preceding. Yeah? That's a bad thing when Germans produce English. They always say something like, when they do Shakespeare, spoil. No, don't spoil. Okay? All right, we stop